So Marcus, you just signed for Valur. How's the feeling of being here in Iceland?
Excited about the weather, and I'm very excited about the club and the opportunity, and to be here and build now throughout the winter, and just excited to get going.
How did it just come about that you signed for Valur?
Yeah, football is strange like that. Suddenly, the opportunity, and the topic came up through my agent, and Valur wanted to talk, and I got a really good feeling after talking with the club, Arnur Smarason, and Tufa, and the club's ambitions. And so, I've been away for 2 years now from European football, and I didn't necessarily picture myself going to Iceland, but the more that I thought about the opportunity, and after talking with the club, the better the feeling was of coming here. So in the end, it was just to follow your guts.
Just how were the conversations with Arnur and Tufa that convinced you to come here?
I think, like I said, in the end, it's a gut feeling. But for me, a big thing was to be a part of a team that has ambitions to win something. Realistically, and the club was very open and direct about that, and about my role in those ambitions. And so I think that's what triggered me the most to really have to be a part of something big, and to be a part of a group that's driving towards achieving something like that. So to come here and experience a different side of football, different culture, language, and at the same time be a part of a historic club, and on top of that, try to earn a spot in Europe. There's a lot of boxes that ticked my curiosity, and on top of that, speaking with the people in the club, I got a really good feeling. Seems like solid people, professional people. So yeah.
How just the first few days been since you came here? It's the weather hasn't been great. How's it just been? How has it just been to adjust to life in Iceland?
Yeah, it's been hard in a good sense, like hard training wise. I've been very impressed with how professional and solid and hardworking the staff and the players are. A lot of experienced players with big quality, of course, but references from a high level in Europe, and they're all setting the standards in training and in the gym, and with how they're looking after their bodies, etc. So right now is just about getting into it, working hard, and after training, try to enjoy the weather a little bit. But I'm just excited to get going. But yeah, it's we're training hard to get to the level where we want to be.
There's some players in the squad that you know of, like Holmer, who's probably going to be your partner in defense. How's the feeling of playing with him in the next summer?
Yeah, no, again, super impressed with him. We've been running quite a bit together now because he's obviously returning from injury, and I'm still not registered to play. So you can see this is he has a hunger, and just sets the standard in training every day. And you can just see he has a presence, in the locker room, and as a guy. I remember him from Norway and in Rosenborg, and remember playing against him there, and the quality that he has. So I'm very excited about playing with him, and in general, a lot of good players in the team. So yeah, just excited about getting to know everyone better, and their qualities. But yeah, very impressed with Holmar. Yeah.
Big profiles like Gelfi as well. How's it been to train with him?
Yeah, no, you can see the quality from day one. Just a level above everyone else, to be honest. But I think more than that, impressed with what seems to be the mindset and professionality. On the ball, it's very clear to see, but off the ball, running and yeah, just sets the standard for everyone else. And when he does that work, then you can't help not to follow. So it's a very good reference and a standard for everyone in the club.
The last few years of your career, you played in the United States, California.
Yeah.
How was it just to take that step from Norway?
Yeah, I wanted to go abroad, and there were some stuff that happened in the years leading up to that, where yeah, I didn't picture myself going to the United States, but in the end, it seemed like a very good option for me, and also to have an adventure. It was very different from playing in Norway in many ways, and obviously the quality of life and the climate incredible, but also on the pitch, very ambitious team, a lot of good players, especially technically and physically, and I think just the total experience for me to be there on a personal level as well. It was something that I grew a lot with. Um, and yeah, after being there for 2 years, I felt that it was time to come back to European football, and like I said, to come to Iceland seemed like a really cool opportunity.
It's probably going to be a bit different to live in California and in Reykjavik.
Yeah, no, people were raising their eyebrows when I made that switch, and obviously it was hard to leave. But I like to think that in some ways it also shows my commitment for football and my career. And I'm like I told you earlier, I'm excited to live in Iceland and get to see the scenery and the nature and all of it. But I also made that decision consciously to for the trajectory of my football career, because I think it's the right step for me to come here to Iceland, and I think that the level seems to be at a high level, and obviously the quality in the squad, the professionality, all of those things, and my role in the middle of all of it. So I think it's the best decision for me. Although of course I'm gonna miss California on some days like this.
Just finally, what are your expectations for the season ahead?
Yeah, no, my expectations are big. That was part of my reason for coming, and so there's no denying that the ambitions of the club, I think, and my personal ambitions are high. I think it's important to also be very humble of the level. I know that there are a few very very good teams, and just looking at the game yesterday as well with KR, they seem to be at a good level too, and were number 5 last year, from what I know. So obviously there are a lot of good teams, and like I said earlier, I've done my research in terms of checking with my own acquaintances to hear and get a feeling of what the level is like. So I think it's important to be humble in that aspect. It's a different league, different way of playing football that I need to adapt to, but I wouldn't have come here unless I felt that I had something to offer, and in a team that wants to be out in Europe and wants to compete for the title. So those are definitely my ambitions too.
Thank you, Marcus, and good luck.
Thank you.